reason I did this project is growing up, I've been in the Boy Scout program, and one of our slogan that we've always been told is do a good turn daily. So we've always been told growing up. So ever since I was 6 years old, I've always heard that. So now that I'm finally 17 years old, I'm going for my Eagle Scout, which is the highest rank you can achieve in Boy Scouts. It's a huge deal, and for that I need to do an Eagle Scout project. So, how can I use my talents and abilities to make an impact in the community? So for my senior project, I will be making a storage shed for the Mount Pleasant High School Marching Band. And so, like I said, I'm in Boy Scouts, so I need to complete a service project, which is pretty much the same basic requirements as the senior project, just with a little more paperwork and a lot more things to go through. And so I went down and I talked to Mr. Tayton, who is the director of the marching band, and he was telling me all about all the problems that they were having. Like, they didn't have enough storage for anything. They have one main storage unit, but they have to share it with the school. So they just kind of shove everything in there. There's always problems. Everybody wants to use the shed, and there's just not enough room for anything. And when I went and talked to the band said that they only had, I think it was about $50 to spend on this right then. So I knew that I was going to have to do a lot of fundraising and put a lot of effort into raising money so we could actually do this. So where I come in, over the last few months, I've been enrolled in the construction trades class down at the Tech Center, and I've learned a lot in there. I actually, I talked to my teacher about it, and he got me into a job last October, so I've been learning a lot about the construction industry, mainly residential. I'm starting to move into more commercial things, but I've learned a lot about dealing with businesses, making material lists, all sorts of things like that. Plus, my sister was a part of the marching band, and she would always come home and talk about all the problems and stuff that they were always having, how there wasn't enough money, or there wasn't enough people helping, there just wasn't enough of anything really. So I had kind of a personal connection with the band, so it kind of made me want to help them out. So I did a lot of research on this. I was collaborating a lot with my teacher about different shed designs, how I was going to build it, what I was going to make it out of, what I needed to do, and I spent a lot of time. I actually had to go down to, I think it's the Boredom Building or City Hall, and I talked to I can't remember what his name was, but he's the one that deals with permits for if you want to build something around your house, because you have to. It's actually kind of ridiculous. If you want to build just an outbuilding at your house, you have to go through the city, get a permit for it, someone has to come out to your house, they have to inspect it, and then once you build it, they have to have a building inspector come out and then check it out too. So I talked to him about it, and I had to go through, there's a lot of hoops I had to jump through. There's a lot of insurance problems, because if I'm building on school grounds, if you are under 17 years old, you're not even allowed to be on the ladder. So I mean, there's a lot of hoops that I had to jump through. And I also spent a lot of time researching the benefits of music education. I never really realized how much music affected people. I was in band when I was a kid, but I never really realized how much it did. I guess there's been a lot of studies about how students that are in band or drama or anything like that, they do a lot better in school because they're taught leadership, teamwork, even just learning about the music basic rhythm. It helps with their memory, helps with a lot of different things, and I really wanted to be a part of that, just kind of helping other people be able to extend their knowledge. So basically what I learned was I learned a lot about building codes and the state regulations that I would have to follow. I learned a lot about leadership issues, because I know with the Eagle Scouts, I have to fill out a bunch of paperwork. I have to go through a bunch of committees and everything, and no one would help me. I would have to do it all by myself, and I would always have to be the one that would push to the next step. And it was really difficult to kind of get through things by myself, and I would always have to be the one that would go in and talk to people, because normally if I had a problem, I could talk to like a teacher or just a mentor or something, and then they would do it for me. But it was kind of difficult to be able to do everything by myself like that. But it was a really good learning experience though. And hopefully in April, I will be actually putting the shed together and putting it out on the marching band practice field. And then once I do that, I'm going to come back and
Thank you.